everyone, so I'm here today to film my October toddler favourites. I am equipped with the toddler who has been teetering very close to the edge of the bed the whole time I've been trying to film. We've already had to start filming and stop filming because he nearly went, but he will not be moved today. He just wants to teeter on the edge of life, I think, so we'll just keep an eye on him. So yeah, today filming October toddler favourites. I saw somebody else film this type of video and I just thought it was really interesting, so I thought I would give it a crack as well. If you do like this video, then please do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Also, leave me some comments and let me know what your toddler favourites are and if there's any products that you think we should check out, because we are always in the market for new toddler products. But without further ado, let's do it. First toddler favourite is going to be this car set, which we have been obsessed with recently, haven't we, Rory? These little cars are like gold in this house. We are down to our last one out of a set of 4. But yeah, he loves this car set. It was from Lidl, so really, really affordable. And I think it was bought either before he was born or just as he was born last year from my mum or his nan. And he just had it in October. He was given it like as a present. I've been really impressed that he knows how to use it. I didn't think he'd get it, but he watched me do it a couple of times and then has like just clicked with it and been away with it. Let me get you a new toy to see if that keeps you. You sit there. Let's pop your toy up. There's your car. But yeah, like I said, we are down to our last car. So I am in the market for a new one, just to have some backup cars really. I'm hoping Lidl will get them in again this year, but if they don't, then I've spotted a couple of on Amazon. By the way, I'm going to link everything down below in the description box that I talk about today. But yeah, I have found a couple on Amazon which I think I might get as well, just as backup, because I feel like this is the type of product that has a bit of longevity and he will like for quite a long time. So I do want to look after it really. Next toddler favourite is this Tommy Tippy cup. This is pretty standard. It's just sprayed me in the face. It's just basically a bottle with a hole in the middle. But I have dropped one of Rory's like milk feeds in the day because he just doesn't eat enough food. So I wanted to make sure that he was getting enough like fluid. He will use any form of beaker, but he won't use them for very long. So say like I just gave him like a sippy cup, he'll take a couple of gulps, but that's it really. Anything that makes him work too hard, like he's not that interested. Are you having a drink now? Would you like a little drink now? Here you go then. So we're gonna have a drink now. So yeah, so he's not really that bothered and he just doesn't take much in. Whilst with these, he just gulps loads. And I know there's like a lot around people wanting to move on from the bottle to the sippy cup, but for me, I would just rather that he gets the drink that he needs in. And also, I'm trying to get him out of the habit of waking in the night for a bottle, so I will offer him water out of this thing when he wakes up and stuff. So yeah, really good. They are £3.50. I bought mine from Tesco, but I will have a look where else I can find them. I'm pretty sure I've seen them in Poundland. I want them with a hole in the middle because then he holds on to them. And I'm sure I've seen them in Poundland before, but I went in there the other day and I couldn't see any. But yeah, really good. If you find that you're having a struggle with the transition from bottle, I don't know what this bit of hair is doing, bottle to sippy cup, then I highly recommend just keeping it quite similar to what they're used to and just maybe like changing a little element on it just to kind of make that variation. The third favourite is this book, which is Dear Zoo. It's a bit of a classic, we all know about it. But yeah, it's basically a lift the flap book, just in case you don't know. And again, it's one of those things that really surprised me just how much my baby has grown up. So I got it out the other day to start reading stories to him because I've been a bit slack like his whole life on reading to him. So I have started to like make it part of his routine at bedtime. And I was really shocked at like how into an interactive book he is into. None of that makes sense. But I'm just shocked generally that he can interact with a book and that he enjoys it, if that makes sense. So I opened it, did a couple of lift the flaps and like turned the pages, and then he was doing it as well. And now every night it's like part of his routine where he does the lift the flap book and turns the pages. What I also really like about this one is that, you can let me show, there isn't much else going on the page. So once you've lifted the flap, you've just got your animal. There's not really like because most books are really bright and colourful, which is good because obviously babies love colour. But I really like this one. It's just the object, because I'm trying to do a lot more like pointing at objects and like telling him what they are. So this is really nice to help him get used to the animals, because I can be like, oh, giraffe, and like get that association going. But I also feel like if there was more on the page, it might be a little bit more confusing for him. So he really likes that. Another book, which is our fourth favourite, that he does like, but not as much as Dear Zoo, but it's quite a nice runner-up, is this like touchy-feely book. This is quite a young one. He had this when he was 6 months, but he does kind of like to like go along with it, and he like squish the boots and give the penguin a stroke and stuff like that. So he does like it, but just not as much as the other one. But I think it's probably a little bit babyish for him, which is a really sad thing to say, because I feel like he is still my baby. So I do want to have a look at the like unicorn, not unicorn, that's not my books, you know, like that's not my unicorn, that's not my truck, and get him a couple of those. And I'll probably start with like some Christmas themed ones because it's Christmas soon. But yeah, so normally at bedtime I will do him like a lift the flap book, then a touchy-feely book, and then just a normal story, and then he goes to bed. Another favourite that I could not bring upstairs because it's huge is his ball pit, which he got for his birthday. Again, it was a really inexpensive present. I think it was like £15 for the ball pit from Argos, and I got him 2 sets of balls for £5 each, I think. And then he did have a set of balls already, so you probably need 3 if you were going to buy it from scratch. But he really likes it. It's a really nice toy. It's big and it's garish and it's in the way, but it's really good to keep him occupied, and I can kind of, where he's on the move so much, if I need to like run upstairs to the toilet, I can like sit him in it, and he can't get out of it that easily at the moment, so it's quite a good entrapment toy. But he really likes it. He has been into balls for ages. I can't say that sentence without pulling a bit of a face, but he loves throwing like a ball, he loves catch, he loves chasing it, and yeah, he's really into that kind of stuff. He's got quite a few like sensory balls, like spiky balls, and then he's like nicked his like half siblings balls and stuff. So I got him the ball pit and he really likes it. His favourite thing to do is to throw out the balls from the ball pit just to anywhere, so we are finding them everywhere, but it is a really nice inexpensive present just to keep them entertained. And again, I feel like that's the type of present that will have some longevity. I feel like he will still be into that when he is like 2 or 3 or 4 even. I think like Jess Avy's little lad has a ball pit and he's 3, so yeah, I feel like that's got a bit of longevity to it again. He's like turning the pages of his book at the moment, but not looking at what he's doing. He's just casually turning the pages. I've lost count, but the next favourite is this wooden bead set. This is originally from IKEA, but I got this in a charity shop just for like I think it was £2.50. But from IKEA, they're really inexpensive as well. They're about £10. He's really into anything that has like a cog, or it spins, or it does something. He's really into like cause and effect toys. So he absolutely loves this. It's in like the corner of our room normally, because I pack away his toys in our bedroom and put them in the corner. So when he wakes up first thing, he like goes and gets it out. It's really cute. But it keeps him entertained whilst I'm doing my makeup, which is obviously a bit of a godsend. But yeah, for an inexpensive toy, they're really good. If I was gonna get something now, I would get one of the big activity cubes. It's got the thing on the top, like the bead run on the top, and then it's got like little bits to do underneath. But I just thought it's probably worth, if you did want one, it is worth keeping an eye out in charity shops and like Facebook buy and sell pages and stuff like that, because they do go on sale quite a lot, but it is quite a good favourite. Also, another toy where I feel like it's got some longevity. I feel like I'm getting good value for money out of his toys at the moment, actually. Next favourite we are currently watching right now, and I think we've watched about 50 times. I've talked about this before many a time. He's been into Peppa Pig since he was about 4 months old, but we have the Peppa Pig My First Cinema Experience DVD, and he loves this. He did seem to be going off it a little bit, and I was getting a little bit nervous that we'd lost our love for Peppa Pig, because she does help me eat my breakfast in the morning. But no, he really likes this one specifically, and I don't know if it's because it's newer, so it's a little bit brighter, like the colours are a bit bolder, or if he's actually really intelligent and gets the storyline and was bored of the old storylines. I'm going to go with the fact that it's brighter. Thank you for dropping that. Don't eat that. That won't be very nice. His next favourites are not baby or toddler toys at all. They are makeup brushes. Specifically this one and my powder brush. And like, I mean, his preference does seem to be Real Techniques. I don't even know if you can see this, but he's got that so grubby, like he's just got food all over it. But this is now his makeup brush because he's put it through, like, he's put it through his bagels with butter, he's taken it to the park, it's had cheese on it, it's had everything. So I feel like that's probably not for my face anymore. He currently has my foundation brush, which he actually really isn't allowed, and I don't know how he's got it. But I'm gonna let him keep it for this video. Top parenting tip for you there. Yeah, he's not normally allowed my foundation brush because these are clean, so if he like wipes anything then it's not gonna make a mess, whilst my foundation brush is obviously not clean. But he loves these. He carries this one and my powder brush, which he has dropped down the back of the radiator this morning, so that's like rest in peace now. But he does carry these around with him everywhere. Like, we'll go around town and stuff, and he'll be like holding his little brush like this. The only thing I have noticed is this is my first, like, I can't think of the words. The first thing I've had gender stereotype experience with since I had him. Well, no, it's not. Like, lots of people will make comments like, oh, it's such a boy thing. But loads of people will like come up to him with his makeup brushes and make comments about it. Old ladies will come up to me and be like, you want to get that out of him, like, whilst he's still young? And I think, do I though? Do I, Glenda? I don't get that at all. If he's into, like, I don't know, as far as he's concerned, it's a brush. But even if he is into makeup when he's older, like, I could not care less. As long as he's happy, I just don't care. He'll probably be better at makeup than I would ever be because I'm useless at makeup. But I just find it really odd that everybody has the same opinion. Like, quite a few people have come up to me and said about it or been like, oh, is he into makeup? And I think, no, obviously he's not because he's one, but if he is into makeup when he's older, then that's fine. Just treat his little makeup brush like a little comforter, like it will go everywhere with him and he'll fall asleep with it and stuff like that. Next favourite is also not really a product of his. His little brother, no, his big brother, his big half brother has a kitchen, a wooden kitchen, like a toy kitchen that he has had since he was 2. He's now 5, and I've just moved it in, like, from our dining room into our kitchen to make some space in our dining room. So obviously Rory's noticed it now and he absolutely loves it. Like, he really likes it, and he doesn't know what to do with it obviously, but he stands and like plays with the utensils and like opens all the cupboards and will put things in the cupboards and then shut the door and hide things, oh hiccups, hide things away. So the reason I'm telling you about this is because I know that, do you want your tummy? I know that Aldi have wooden kitchens on offer and stuff, and you can pick them up reasonably inexpensive. But if you were kind of thinking, oh, that's a good gift, but I'll wait till he's older, it might be worth not waiting till he's older and getting it for them now, because he just really likes it. And like I said, having it in the kitchen really helps, because at dinner times when I'm trying to make his tea and he's a little bit witching hour-ish and wants to be picked up and stuff, it's quite a nice little area for him to go and play in the evenings, which he does seem to enjoy it. Those are my October toddler favourites. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, please leave me a comment to let me know what your toddlers liked or are into at the moment, or what they were into when they were toddlers, if you've got bigger kids or whatever. But yeah, I feel like we've managed to get through this video reasonably unscathed and he hasn't fallen off the bed. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one on Monday. Bye!